Hello, greetings everybody. Hello, it's Monday. I think. It's Monday. Welcome to my live stream. My quick, short Monday afternoon for you guys. Update. What in the world is happening right now? So much is happening, and So let's just. So much incredible energy and so much new stuff and old stuff just streaming in. And wow, what's happening in a day or in an hour is quite incredible. So it's always good to be a little prepared. So welcome. Oh, it was spectacularly clear. Thank you. Mani Padme Hum. The divine goddess, divine Kuan Yin. She's being seen a lot all over many places. It was said that over the equinox, over March, there would be many great manifestations of the mother. So, that's just where I'm hanging in, really, pretty much. The mother, which it sounds just, but it's huge. So I just briefly came to my attention, hello Buns, that we have just gone through this intense period. I'm so glad I didn't know about it, only just because I was just looking what was actually happening right now, because I know there's some incredible, amazing stuff coming up. Lots and lots of divine love pouring through onto the planet. As we're going to move into the full moon on the 1st of April. And I did want to have a look because I have my beautiful Earth Day, my solar return, which you like to call it. I like to call it Earth Day. Tomorrow, and I've tend to notice that there's always something like quite fabulous happening in the sky. So, or it's Easter or something. So I just do like to share it with everybody. So for me, I'm getting this beautiful pink full moon on April the 1st, which actually sets a whole. So I was just looking what was happening and how the energies are turning for everybody and how we can assist, and a little bit of knowledge, a little bit of reconnaissance, a little map of the future, no matter how scantily drawn, is always a little helpful. Life is full of surprises at every breath we take. Let's keep it as simple as we possibly can. So, and then I had a look at what was actually happening for today, because the planets are doing that incredible stuff for the last, well, they always are, but definitely these last couple of years. And this year we've had like some, and those things I don't think we can change too much. We change the weather. I'm taking a little downturn with the weather right now. We had beautiful sunshine, and then they sprayed, Germans having a sense of humor, they sprayed all kinds of squiggles and funny patterns in our sky. And of course we had overcast cloud cover. So we've had like big rains today, and it has been a little chilly, but I think we're going to get sun, and we do need sunshine. We do need to fill up with some amazing light codes, because it's our best medication right now, is to be out in nature with sun, and that's our meditation and medication to get us through each week or each day. Yeah. So what we've gone through, okay. So that's interesting. Because a lot of people have also, but I've seen around, have also been drawing or um, seeing again the incredible, serpent of creation or dragons, or somebody beautiful called it a dragon serpent. It was like it was Chinese. That was just like really awesome. I like to look around far and wide. Um, I like the original ancient cultures. They hold a lot more. They don't have too many loopholes in them. A lot of the original texts are still there. Though everywhere. I mean, that was part of my gift. Was part of my talent. Was I think all cultures have been through it in different ways. Like we have had a lot of Christians turning their backs on Christianity. We had Jews turning their backs on Judaism. And mainly because of all the rituals and the stuff, because we've forgotten what the rituals were about. We're just doing them and they're just rituals. They're just things that we're doing, and that you have to be home and you have to light the candles and you have to say those prayers. And it's become ritualistic. So almost all cultures are facing that, mainly with the youth within them. So they go and have a look at other religions or other belief systems. And interesting, very often that's also what they call hungry ghosts, and very often they will turn around and come back. But with this added knowledge, it's that whole thing of chop wood, carry water. Before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. After enlightenment, wood is chopped, water is carried. A huge difference, but we're still doing the same stuff. Yeah. But now we come at it with a sweetness to it, our rituals. So we was on this path. Oh, so yeah, that's one of the gifts I seem to have, is to actually um, put those old rituals into a new way of seeing, because within that is there's a lot of wisdom and truth in those beautiful. They were sacred, yeah. Yeah. So what we've gone through is this incredible. So wow, I'm just like so grateful, immensely grateful right now for having done the things that I've done in the last couple of weeks, the last month, and before, with doing the rituals of water and the baptism of water and the baptism of fire. And I'm really just like, I'm kind of sometimes think I'm out there on my own planet, but yeah, we all are, which is quite fun. But I'm really just working hugely with the energies that are coming in, and just absorbing them and digesting them, and just looking at all of this with big eyes and walking and saying, oh my God, thank goodness that we've been doing some things. Yeah, because it's a very big road. It's a very big road. Not for everybody. It's a road for everybody. The whole planet is is evolving and moving up a notch, um, and we all need to have a lot of trust and faith in the unseen, which is being seen, as the gods are definitely coming back. But no, I don't want to go into all of that right now. I'm trying to keep it absolutely not really on the level, on the earth. So this is in Vedic astrology, which is just Vary the little bits, I know, definitely. Um, don't know much on it. Don't, yeah. I don't think I would ever study it hugely. It's way too big. But I do like to, I know a little bit, yeah, um, which makes a lot of sense to me. Um, so they have what is called the Serpent of Time. And it is, we're dealing back with Ketu and Rahu, which I'm not even really going to go into now. But it is when all 7 planets are actually on one half of the zodiac wheel. So they're very intensified, either on, I suppose, on the left or the right. It's not regularly at a specific time of the year because the planets do their own little journey, but you can have a few in the year. And as you know, that Indians have a lot of snakes in there, and the snake beings and a lot of wisdom. Vishnu sleeps on a snake. Shiva has his snake. I don't think Brahma has a snake, but Kali has her snakes. Um, so a lot of snakes are very strongly aspected, and a lot of these corridors will be called by a particular snake. Somebody, and they all have slightly different meaning. So, but the main thing is to, and it almost looks like a serpent. It's like another cosmic serpent because they're not in alignment, but they're just on that one side of the hill. It's the one side of the hill. So the planets are looking like a little lopsided. But what it does is it multiplies and intensifies the energy of anything and whatever is happening. Not always like to the good. Um, it can be a little bit, well, whatever's being intensified is intensified. So I was just so like grateful that I knew some of this stuff, so that we were actually, which we didn't know. We didn't know the things. Millie Lovey, I've just come in for a quick minute or two. Yeah, you're busy, love. Aren't we all busy, hey? There's like so little, but loving you lots, my love. I really feel you a lot. Enjoy. I'm sure that I'm going to be going down and playing with Kylie. She's definitely knocking. I hear her knocking. Knock, 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 knock. I don't know if I want to really open the door for her right now. Knock, knock. I just redid my altar today, and I just put Kuan Yin there as the mother. Knock, knock, knock. Oh, yeah. Your dentist, your lots of change. So we've been through this intense window. So, and the way that I'm seeing it right now, that's why I just want to share this, is that it was from the 17th to the 30th to today, um, which is called the Serpent of Time. And I'm just looking. Oh no. But this has like been like this intense turmoil and this amplification of the goddess hugely because we had the spring awakening of spring, so that fell within that cosmic window. Yeah, well, the whole troop. I mean, I did this the 9 days, and that's like they wouldn't they were great, they were wonderful, but they were not easy. And sometimes I only find out stuff after the fact that they really amplify the shadow side of us. So they're not always so great. The things that we say, oh, it's great to call on them when this happens, but they actually bring all of that stuff up. Yeah, thank goodness for Kuan Yin. She's very beautiful. So seeing a lot of her, and I just always see my mother Mary. Um, so no, we had all of those were amplified. The birth date of Rum, which was hugely amplified. I know we don't know much about it, but he's the. I mean, he's the great man and blessed by Krishna. But he had quite a rough story. But he just like he was a prince, and he lost his wife. His wife was stolen. And, yeah, he had quite a few interesting things. I think people are going to Hanuman right now. It's just so much too much for me. But I do like to keep my thing on the supreme goddesses, because they're really calling. And just like goddess stuff in other parts of the world have absolutely exploded. It's just so beautiful to see. So beautiful. As I say, I know that we were doing so much huge goddess stuff. Just calling in the goddess, not really doing much, but just really calling her in. Obviously, just meditating, not manipulating her by any means, but just um, doing these amazing altars and making her welcome to be there. So Durga is in all her. Oh, absolutely. The shadow is yeah, but sometimes it can get a little rough. Yeah, it's always like stuff, especially when one's dealing with all the dark sides of the goddess. I mean, she is wonderful. She is absolutely wonderful. But it was, I think for me, what it was that didn't bother me as much as that, but was the stuff that I was reading. My goodness, it was like hectic. It was like, no. um, but then as I was like, and that's you only get like after the fact, like a lot of the things, where Kali chops the head off and of the demon, and well, Durga, she actually manifests Kali because she couldn't cope with him, with this monster. Who every time his head was cut and any blobs of blood that fell on the earth, they actually grew into another full demon. So they were just growing all over the place, and the battle was hard. And somebody was actually just saying that they actually relate to our negative thoughts, which I thought was just so interesting. So if we don't cut them off and get rid of them, they will drop and just multiply wherever, we can sow our negative seeds. I thought that was just so absolutely interesting to well, other people also come into your life and sow their negative seeds all around your life. So we're going through a lot of that stuff, but that's pretty much over, and it's been like a it's not been hard. It's just been intense. The energies have been absolutely wonderful, yeah, on so many love levels as well. Huge amounts of beautiful love energy coming in the form, well, rose quartz. So we have, so we've gone through this, and now what's coming up for us is actually a breather. And I just feel right now, today, there's not much happening, and there's not much happening tomorrow, which is really wonderful. It's like this absolute pause. So I just wanted to hugely share that, so we could actually just breathe, bath, change your clothes. Yeah. Well, that kind of thing as well. Absolutely, Millie. Yeah. Yep. Oh, but that's easy. I mean, shame what Kali had to deal with. I mean, they were quite, yeah. Hmm. But yeah, I really like that analogy of I mean, I've had my own, and that's why I love having my own insights. Gone through, and still going. I mean, I haven't it's just touched, vaguely even touched the, yeah, yes, today and tomorrow. It's my birthday gift to you. Have a rest. And then we have this incredible full moon. Or just assimilate. Don't rest. There's not much rest. But it's fun. It's absolutely fun. It's playground now, you know? And what we're moving into, which is really exciting because all the planets are direct now. I read somewhere that it was 99 days. It was a few days ago, about a week ago, so it's less. Um, but it's definitely for a month that all the planets are direct. So bath, cut your toenails, trim your hair, do whatever you need to do. Get your new lipstick because we're on the path. So this for me is almost like another like last layer of this. But there are more of these snake things coming up. These like intense serpents. There are quite a few this year. I know, isn't that a gift? Absolute gift. Considering I was born on a Good Friday, you know, just like a little rough. So it's quite nice to, and I am. I'm seeing it for myself as well. I'm going to eat, drink, and be merry. Hmm. Um. hmm? Well, the first, and then yeah, we have this pink moon. It's called the pink moon. Remember, we had the red moon last time. Now we have this beautiful, magical pink moon, and we couldn't really do much with the moon because we shouldn't really have done water or been out or whatever we shouldn't have been doing with the moon. That was having a lunar. A lot of us didn't do anything with it, which was having an eclipse. So now we have this incredible pink moon, which is a moon of love, and this was the end of Navratri, which is that half Shiva, half Shakti. It is that blending, the union. So we're moving into that on this moon, and just it might not happen, but you should feel a lot of love. You know, my rose quartz planet. We've got a lot of Venus and Mars being very happy at the moment as well. So it's also that balance within ourselves. You know, we've moved out of the duality into the light. So we start in the darkness and then we move into duality, and now we're moving into the light. But we will move back into the darkness. It's a constant cycle. I mean, as I said, I love the void. It's like being beautiful. It's like it's choosing the darkness, but not the stuff in it. One plays with the stuff there. I'm glad that we have Ganesha. Don't forget Ganesha. I must need. He's really talking loudly. Wants me to really work with him again. I've done with all the goddesses, but he's like he needs to be there because he without Ganesha we don't really open up properly. And but this corridor is pretty over for now. So we're moving into some very interesting energies coming up for April. April is very busy from my perspective. I'm not an astrologer. I dip into the Vedic stuff because it makes sense to me, and it's all revolved around the stories that I've been studying. So sometimes when I think of the way that I've learned this stuff, it's like trying to learn French without ever having learned the language. So without ever having heard the language. So it's been, yeah, but it's great. It is wonderful. It's to figure it out from teachers, from genuine like teachers. And now the women are rising, which is just so exciting. Yeah, they have a very different concept to spirituality to what we have. Yeah, it's strong. It's very strong. It's beautiful. and they are moving into a lot into Kali, but a different way. They look at it very differently to the way that we see Kali, which is why I've really made it my business to go down into the depths to understand these goddesses a little bit. And no, you will never understand them because, yeah, as soon as you think you've understood them, they come with a whole another aspect of themselves, which is just fabulous. So yeah, we have this beautiful, beautiful pink. This is just enjoy what's left of this cosmic window. So we got we shifted a lot of stuff in the this last month, an enormous amount. The planets are yet again aligning and they're well aspected. So we should be going through a really accelerated speed. It's like, for me, it's the fire horses now going, because I knew that we still had a lot of the fire horse wasn't going to take off, especially with it being on an eclipse. So it would have been closed. And obviously over Greenland and all of the stuff that's really coming out from the dark. Oh my goodness. Yeah, lots and lots of stuff the light is being shed on it. Don't try not to get too involved with any of that stuff. Just keep your beautiful Kuan and beautiful waters. Yes, keep healing the waters. Keep drinking the waters. That was so interesting. When was it? Yesterday in Truth Wave. Yeah, Victor said, "Oh, he's got a hand out. It's none of ours. It's not something like that." And immediately I felt my blue beings there, and I thought, "Oh," and they just after. I said, "Yeah, you can come. It's an easy portal for us to pop in." Because I'm very much into other things. I mean, they're there, but they're very there, but they, you know what I mean. And then the next thing, I was holding a tree. I wasn't holding a hand. I was holding a tree. So it was just so wonderful to have this tree in. And I just thought, oh, golly, we're quite a bunch of interesting beings that are in the circle in Truth Wave. So yeah, I don't like to look too far ahead. And don't worry about the shadow. The shadow is it's there to keep us protected, to befriend it, to use it, not to abuse it. So we've gone through that huge, those 9 days of the goddess. Um, and it does affect us whether you were there or not, quite a bit, but the energy was there hugely. And for me, it was very big. Yeah, it was very much hugely about what really understanding the language of it, the symbology of it. Not really, just that's wrong. It's like way too much. Just understanding it quite profoundly and seeing it like in a flash every day. Just seeing the weapons and reading the iconography. Yeah. Um, yeah, the amazing pictures. I'm like, I actually painted some boards, so I'm like itching to paint. I want to paint, I want to paint, I want to paint. Yeah. And to somehow put some of this knowledge together. Um, I suppose and we all do. We'll come through deeply to the goddess in each of our different ways, because she is out there calling and looking. And we store all this energy in our head, yeah, and yeah, part of our pineal gland. No, it's not. I've just come into contact with all these other chakras in my head, which is it is quite interesting. but to use them with absolute care, or some I know about, but like revisiting them. Um, yeah, with gentleness. So that's about all I've got because I want us to have a beautiful rest. So we can all go and play with our kids. I do miss my dog. I miss him very, very much. Um, mm, she's very much there for me, I think, for a lot of us. However we see the goddess, that's for me, that's mine at the moment. That's how she's really appearing. And a lot of pearls. I'm really working hugely in my own space with the pearls of wisdom and um, dropping so many things just because I found a pearl of great price. Yeah, a very valuable divine pearl. So it's almost like the big search is over. It's just like playing in different avenues, in different waters with the same goddess, just playing with the same, which is huge. I mean, it's absolutely huge because, and I think, and I'm trying to think how it came through. It was kind of through Shiva. I mean, I knew about Kali and I knew about Ganesha, but kind of very like most people do, just a little bit, and think that we know, and that he's going to take the obstacles away. And I think, you guys knew more than me. At least you knew the mantras. Um, but yeah, just then I realized how big Ganesha was and what he held. But it was hugely through the 5 elements. And beloved Shiva. And Shiva stands with all the goddesses. And that's what I've been saying hugely, is that's why we have the Christ energy, the Buddha, the Shiva, the masculine is all here just to hold that space very beautifully so that the feminine can actually get on with doing her stuff. So we need to just put that out in energy around the world, that just rises. Yeah, we still need a lot of work to be done. A lot of waking up still, I think. I knew how to. I had to giggle. I went to say on Saturday. I thought I'm going to clear the room. When people were talking about marriage and blah blah blah, and in German it's not complicated, and they think it's also wonderful how people live together and then they get married. And each country is very different. It's like really interesting. And I said, well, sometimes I think that maybe arranged marriages are a good thing. Then I know I'm going to clear the room. And I really mean it. I really, really, really mean that with sweetness and from the bottom of my heart. But I also think that it's also good to be able to have the choice. No. So, my beautiful, beautiful beloveds, I leave you with the love and the blessings of the Divine Goddess. May she spread her wings and wrap you in her love, and may you feel safe and comforted and brave and courageous, and be strong and wise within yourself. I love you, I love you, I love you, and thank you so much for being here and sharing this space and this journey with us. Love, love, love everybody, and have the most magnificent afternoon or evening or wherever you are.